Guys, we need to talk about the dating market. Dating today seems efficient. You can reject someone without even meeting them. I've been watching the modern dating market from a safe distance, and honestly, it's broken. And not because it's complicated, but because people make it complicated. And when you build something on endless options, zero attention span, and people who don't trust each other, what exactly do you expect to happen? I mean, guys, you've got people out there treating each other like options on a fucking menu on a restaurant. What do I feel for today? Do I want emotional connection? Or do I want someone harder who might ghost me in 48 hours? Tough choice. And of course, then we got people who are wondering why their relationships are failing. Well, I can tell you, you're building relationships on instant gratification, curated personalities, and the constant idea that something is better just one swipe away. And it's not just the dating apps. It's how people have started viewing each other. Look at the manosphere, for example. Our young men out there are being told that they need to have lots of money, they need to have status, they need to be fit, they also need to be dominant, because if they're not, they're going to be invisible. And of course, the target is young men, because it's easier to target the young ones. Hearing this, these young men who are listening to these podcasts or alpha males, they're not trying to build a relationship. They are trying to qualify as a human being first. And the women, they're being told that they deserve the best. Never settle, there's always someone better. Which sounds good in theory, of course, until better never ends. And suddenly, no one is ever enough. So now we have men who don't feel good enough and women who don't accept anyone. And then people act surprised when nothing works. Because instead of actually learning how to connect, how to actually communicate with each other, people have learned how to perform, evaluate, replace. And the result? People are lonely. But instead of fixing that, we optimize our dating profiles. Because that's clearly the solution, right? I can't! Now, let me contrast that with something real. A real relationship from someone who actually have experience with long-term relationships. I've been with the same man for 14 years. Yes, 14 years. We will celebrate our anniversary the month of April. And no, it's not because we were perfect, because there is no such thing as perfection. Perfection is subjective. And also, it's not because of looks. I know that many want to think it is, but it's not. Because attraction, yeah, of course, it can get you in the door. It opens the door for you. But attraction will never make you stay. Looks will never be the thing that holds a relationship together. Never. Looks fade, attention shifts. And we can always argue that there will always be someone better out there. So if that's your foundation, you've done before you even start. And you know, I don't stay because of looks. I stay because how he makes me feel. He makes me feel safe, seen, understood, and at peace. And for me, that wasn't optional. I've lived with epilepsy almost my entire life. So I've never cared about is he exciting? Is he impressive? No, none of that. My question was, can this man handle real life? Can this man handle reality? Can he stay calm under pressure, under high-stressed situations? Or can he support me when I'm at my most vulnerable state? Or is he going to panic and become another problem I have to manage. Because if you're not adding stability to my life, you will become a burden to me. And I don't need that. So I would say I chose based on capacity. And my partner is calm, he's grounded, he's present. A little more crazy than I am, but most males are, in my experience. More importantly, when I have seizures, he doesn't panic. He is a former military man, so he can handle reality very, very good. He talks to me, he calms me down. Even during the situation when I have grand mal seizures and I can't respond, I still can hear his voice, but I won't be able to respond. He talks to me all the time, I can hear his voice. He uses a very soft tone, telling me it's gonna be over soon, that he's there, that I'm safe. And when my seizures is over, he is always right there to take care of me, to hold me, making sure I'm okay. He's also staying awake until I fall asleep again, because he wants to make sure that I fall asleep. And if I had a rough night with a lot of seizures, he stays home from work because he prioritizes my health. My health and safety comes before anything else. And that, my friends, that's love. No words, no aesthetics, no vibes. Just pure consistency, presence, responsibility, actions. Speaks louder than words. And yes, he makes me laugh. A lot. He makes me feel good. And I love him very much. That's basically everything you want. You want to feel safe. You want to be able to be yourself around that person. But it only matters because the foundation is already there. By the way, let me just be very clear about something else here. While speaking about relationships. Basic life skills. Basic survival skills. Or just skills that you actually need to be able to handle as an adult. They're not gonna give you any kind of bonus points. Like, I'm not gonna give you a golden star or something like that because you fold laundry or making the bed or do the dishes. No, fuck that, bro. If you're a grown-up male, you should be able to do that. I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you can't cook, if you can't clean, if you can't handle your own life, if you can't take care of your hygiene, if you can't take care of the dishes, if you can't fold the laundry, I'm sorry, but that's not near masculine, and it's not traditional. I mean, at that point, that's not even a grown-up, not even a partner in my eyes. That's a child, someone who is dependent on someone who can do everything for them. And the stupid idea that this is women's work, no, fuck that, man. That's not even gender roles. And you know what? There is no such thing as gender roles in a healthy relationship. It's not. It's called teamwork. But yeah, what do I know? I'm so old. I'm just been with the same man for 14 years. I'm just a fossil at this point. Falling apart. I can't. Oh man. Such immaturity. A grown adult should be able to take care of themselves and not be dependent on a partner. That's actually minimum requirement, not negotiable. Because again, in a real healthy relationship, you don't really assign roles to each other. You adapt. I'm not gonna share everything, but in my situation, for example, my man works full-time and I'm sick on leave. So I'm home most of the day. Well, every single day. I mean, it's very, very simple. Since my man works full-time and I'm sick on leave, I take more responsibility for all the chores at home while he's working. And when he's off, during the weekends, he steps in and helps. We're adapting. Not because of gender roles, because of respect to each other. Because again, we are a team. We actually do care about each other's energy. Oh, and also, We do communicate. We talk about literally everything. That, my friends, is a few of the things that makes a relationship last. Communication is and will always be the key. Not attraction, not looks, not status, but what will make it last is communication, trust, loyalty, stability. Choose someone who can actually handle real life, who will be there for you in your most vulnerable state. Someone you can connect with on a higher state, if you know what I'm trying to say. Because if I can't or are unable to connect with a partner on a higher, should we use the term spiritual state, if I can't share that emotional connection with a partner, what am I actually sharing? What am I actually building in a relationship? I know there will probably be some Karens who will interact with this video and probably judge everything I say, but those Karens are probably not in a relationship either, so I give you that. The last thing I want to add is that people are talking about sex like it's the biggest thing that keeps a relationship alive. But again, from someone who's been with the same man for 14 years, we both have learned during our journey that if you really have that deep connection with your partner, sex will be like between 3 or 6% of your relationship. If you really have that deep connection emotionally with your partner, if you share so much, then sex isn't the most important thing. But on the other hand, if you do have that emotional, spiritual connection with your partner, then the sex will become so much better. I can tell, but that's something you have to experience for yourself. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.